What's up, guys? Bad Omens, Concrete Jungle. I'm so excited.
Can you see us now? Through the bruises when the makeup moves. In the dark when all the power's out. Everybody talks and gets around. When the money talks, do you think it gets up on the cross? It's a burning core you're walking on, and in a second all the pain is gone.
All right. These guys are so freaking diverse, man. I'm waiting for some heavy metal, some hard rock coming in, but very diverse. This beginning of this song is like a dark, evil pop. And so he's kind of whispering, but there's multiple layers of tracks, right? Of vocal tracks. It's so good, though.
Can you see us now? Through the bruises when the makeup moves.
So just now that sounds like a basic track. There's multiple layers. There's like a synth soul bass buried in the mix. And it's giving you your root notes as your bass guitar would be giving them to you. You have a kick and a hit.
In the dark when all the power's out.
There's a bell.
Everybody talks and gets around.
And gosh, 3 to 4 layers of vocals at least. There's your stab. Woo! Right? Woo!
When the money talks, do you think it gets up on the cross? It's a burning core you're walking on.
There's stabs. There's do 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 do. There's so much going on, and if you're listening to this and you don't understand the amount of layers of instruments that we're hearing, it is a lot, and it might sound like it's very minimal, and you're only paying attention to the melody, the hook of the vocal line, which rightfully so you should be. There's every bit of 15 to 20 layers of instruments buried into this one little dark, moody beat. It's pretty awesome.
It's a burning core you're walking on, and in a second all the pain is gone. I said it's enough. I begged and I ran in circles. I climbed to the sun and fell in a concrete jungle. I said it's done. You never know if you'll get what you wish for. I climbed to the sun and I fell in a concrete jungle.
So I'm going to go ahead and assume that that's the chorus, right? And they took away the droning saw bass and they replaced it with a different digital bass.
I said it's done. You never know.
And your hi-hat and your snare, they're almost the same instrument. It's why it almost sounds the same as it's just a little bit of difference in the hits.
You'll get what you wish for. I climbed to the sun and I fell in a concrete jungle.
Cool. So for most of that chorus, which it should be, they open up and they give his vocals more mids and highs, and they also turn it up a little bit in the mix. And there's backing tracks, but it is the main vocal track. They've cleared it up. They've added some highs and mids, and he also went falsetto there for a little bit. Pretty neat. Where's all the heavy metal at? Where's all the heavy metal? How many hits is this?
The coyotes cry.
They're good. They're so good.
Fire starting every day and night. Burn around us while we're driving.
feel like they're going to get into it, and I hope they do. So they go to actual real drums in the middle of the second verse. And what they also did is the beginning of the second verse, to distinguish that from the first verse, they kept those hi-hat and snare hits that they kept that in. That wasn't in the first verse. It also it shows you sonically that I'm building up to the second chorus. I finally got a real snare, and that is either I can't tell. It's either fuzz guitar or fuzz bass. And then they go tom hits, right? Come on, give it to me, give it to me. Ooh, distorted drums. Oh, some scratches? I want things that money can't buy, but Christ has paid to make this right. And I could buy 1,000 lies, so you can try to kill me, but I can't fucking die. I said it's enough. All right, I want to go back. Dude, their breakdowns, Bad Omens breakdowns, they are freaking awesome, man. And they're not just straight up chugging and growling. They're like musically, they're very artistically well done. They're thought through so much. Where's the beginning of it at? So instead of just going straight to the boom, 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 bah, halftime, I'm going to give you some fuzz. It's almost like an 8-bit, like an old school video game. That's almost what that sound is. And I'm the fucking king! Do they have a DJ? Do they have a freaking DJ? I don't think they do. What? They're introducing like record scratches in this. Is awesome. And also when he screams go into this, listen, they've turned his highs and the upper mids. They've opened them up now. So now when he really comes out and starts on that first line, whatever he says, it is very crystal clear. There's no reverb. There's not a ton. It's not masked in reverb and a delay. Listen how clear it is when he first starts that opening vocal line. Right here. Pay attention to his vocal line. Clean. It's clean and open up on the highs. This is so good. Dude, so one thing that they do for the guitar tracks, to like put a pause on them, is when it goes to where you just hear just that guitar chug for a 2-second clip, they completely change the distortion. It's the complete process. The whole signal chain probably changes. What they're doing is they're changing what you're hearing. They're changing it just for 2 seconds. So when it kicks back in, it just doesn't seem monotonous and seem like it's the same thing over and over. It's a cool little... It's not a recording technique. It's more, I don't know, it's an audio engineering technique, basically. It's like, hey, we should change the sound of this just for 2 seconds, just to give the ears something different to listen to, man. It's so cool. Hear that sound? Completely different distortion. Now I'm back. I said it's enough. So I'll let you guys in on a little mixing / recording secret technique as well. The drummers, he's hitting on his crash, right? He's going between his crash and his ride, but there is also a tambourine buried in that mix to give your constant. It's not a hi-hat, it's a tambourine. See if you can hear the tambourine buried. It's in the very high end of the mix, but think of a tambourine and listen to it. It's right there. These guys are so good, man. Now, no tambourine now. Oh. There it is. They brought it back. Tambourine comes back in right here. 30. No tambourine. Do you hear it? Oh, so good. It's buried. I think I could listen to Bad Omens over and over again, man. They're at the top. They're at the top of my list right now. Freaking love them.